Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Sonics MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K22. Today we are going to continue here in season number 3, and so far it's been a pretty good start here for our Seattle Sonics, who currently sit at a record of 14-10, which puts us in 4th place in a very close and tight Western Conference. In the last episode, we did our very first prospect profile of the season, where we went over some of the top prospects in next year's draft class. So if you'd like to check that out, that is, of course, in the series playlist, along with all the other past episodes as well. And we are projected to finish with one of the top picks in this draft, thanks to the Los Angeles Lakers, who are really bad. The Lakers have one of the worst records in the league, and I think what's especially interesting is that they have the tied for worst point differential in the NBA with the Portland Trail Blazers. So that's sort of a sign that the Lakers are maybe an even worse team than their record suggests, which is good news for us because that means they're probably going to keep losing. We also played against the Nuggets in the last episode, won by 1 point in overtime. It was a total shootout, whole lot of fun. So as we've gone through the season so far, the biggest storyline, of course, has been the guard position. We've had a logjam at both point guard and shooting guard. We have so much talent there, which is sort of a good problem to have. But I've been hinting since the very start of the season that we would make a move, and I think today is going to be that day. The Seattle Sonics are going to be making a pretty significant trade. So I've said that there's 3 players who I would consider moving: Davion Mitchell, Jordan Poole, and RJ Hampton. The reason why I'm willing to move those 3 is I don't think they're as great of long-term pieces compared to like Oscar Jabasilan or Kyril Story. Plus, we just signed Kevin Porter Jr., so that kind of knocks him out as well. So of the 3 players, I've been trying to figure out which one do I want to trade the most, and I think the worst fit of the 3 is probably Davion Mitchell. And he's been a fun player since we acquired him. He obviously provides great defense, solid playmaker, solid scorer, but with his lack of size, I just don't see him as the point guard of the future. Oscar Jabasilan is an equally as good defender, and he has more length and size. So as I put him in the trade finder, this trade from the Rockets immediately caught my eye for Talen Horton-Tucker. But the problem is the Rockets have so much talent at guard that I just don't think it really makes sense for them either, because they would be put in the situation that we would with all that guard talent. So I did some exploring. I tried to figure out some homes for him. I thought about this Knicks trade, but I just couldn't really figure out an avenue for it to work. Another team I thought about was the Phoenix Suns, maybe bringing back a former Sonic home in Kelly Oubre Jr., but then I went back to this Rockets trade, and the more I thought about it, maybe it does make sense for Houston. All of their guards are bad on defense. Kemba Walker, Chidubemi Henrique, both bad defenders. Jalen Green is a solid defender, but you could always move him to the small forward position. And then Desmond Donovan is just a rookie, and he's more of an offensive guy anyway. So a guy like Davion Mitchell would actually kind of make sense here. Jakob Poeltl is also in the deal. I like Jakob Poeltl. I think he's been a fun addition, but we do have Bol Bol and Goga Bitadze, so we don't really need him. And of course, the big acquisition here is going to be Talen Horton-Tucker, who I've been very high on since he entered the NBA. I know Lakers fans overrate the hell out of him, and it's true, but the rest of the NBA thinks he sucks, and I don't think that's the case. I think Talen Horton-Tucker is a legitimately good basketball player. He hasn't really had a home in this series. We're going to be his 5th team. He started off with the Lakers, then was traded to the Bulls for the Lakers to get Alex Caruso back. Spent last year in Indiana, has been in Houston so far this year. So he's been on 5 teams since the start of this series, and I think we're a good spot for him. We're also adding a future first-round pick as well, so we're continuing to add to our arsenal of picks. And Talen Horton-Tucker is my type of forward, someone who can defend, versatile, playmaker, and is a solid scorer. So for now, he will be the 6th man off our bench, but if he plays well and he outplays a guy like Cam Reddish, I'm not opposed to having him in the starting lineup. So originally, I was going to play against the Lakers, Talen Horton-Tucker's former team, but the Lakers are bad. I don't think that'd be that interesting to the game, and the Spirits are coming off home schedule, so I wanted to play them. We would suffer a fairly significant injury. It's Kevin Porter Jr. who breaks his nose, and he's out 4 to 6 weeks. Now, he can play through this injury. However, we're in the month of December. We're still early in the season. I don't think there's a reason to risk it. Maybe we'll bring him back before that 4 to 6 week time period is up, but for now, we're going to have him out of the lineup. And, well, his absence wasn't missed too much. We went 4-0 in that span. We're now the 2nd-ranked team in the West, and Talen Horton-Tucker's doing pretty well so far. Now, of the 4 teams we played against, 3 of them are pretty bad. The Spurs are good, but the other 3 teams we beat are not good. But still, hey, 4-0 is 4-0. So, of course, we're playing the St. Louis Spirits, our other expansion buddies. And this team has changed drastically throughout the past season, adding Tyler Hero, Russell Westbrook, of course the #1 overall draft pick, Dayo Embiid, who's been a beast for them so far this season. Their starting lineup is completely new players with those three, along with Dillon Brooks and Darius Bazley, 5 guys who all were not on their roster this year. So just like us, they've done a great job of completely tearing everything down and building a pretty competent basketball team. As we kick this one off, tied at 2. Russell Westbrook has it. Get to the big fella, Dayo Embiid, who hits the 3. He stands at 7'3". He's an unbelievable shot blocker, and he can space the floor as well. Guarded by Goga Bitadze here on this possession, and Goga did nothing wrong there, defended him about as well as he could. But Dayo Embiid is just too much. St. Louis with a nice lead early. Westbrook inside as it tipped, but it goes in the hands of guess who? Dayo Embiid, who has an early 7 points. And he should be a college freshman, keep in mind. He declared for the draft out of high school from DeMatha Catholic as Dillon Brooks misses the dunk. Seattle on the other end. Nice pass for Cam Reddish, who does a Euro step floater, and the score is now 6-9. Nice. Unfortunately, it's no longer 6-9. The Sonics are now down by 7 as Reddish misses the 3. Buzz gets the offensive rebound and the putback. The 2 #1 overall draft picks in this series, Buzz Wigginton and Dayo Embiid, facing off against each other as Goga Bitadze defends him perfectly. Doesn't matter. Embiid has 4 to 5 inches on him. That's what she said. As he hits this shot, and Dayo so far has been cooking. He has more points than Seattle's entire team combined, but that'll change right here. The fellow rookie, Kyril Story, hits the step back 3 as it's now 15-11. Dayo bringing the ball up inside for Darius Bazley, who gets the layup. Nice defense by Reddish. Seattle has defended the Spirits well, but St. Louis is just making so many tough shots. Even Russell Westbrook now hits the 3. Oscar J. Basile gave him a lot of space, and I think he kind of regrets it as the Sonics call timeout. Here's Talen Horton-Tucker with it. His first impression is not a good one as he turns it over, caught by Bruce Brown. Brown blocked at the rim by Bol Bol. The way I view it is Embiid is pretty much Bol Bol if Bol Bol was good. And then there's a nice layup by Dikembe Mutombo, the rookie out of Cincinnati. 20-15 now your score. Embiid off the screen, hits the line 2. I think Bol Bol guarding him might be our best chance because Bol Bol is really tall. He matches up size-wise with Embiid and is really the only guy on the Seattle roster who can do that. Nice step back 3 for R.J. Hampton, and ever since Embiid has been taken out of the game, the Sonics are looking a lot better. Horton-Tucker, step back, nice shot for THT. Keep in mind, Horton-Tucker's only on a 1-year contract, so he is a free agent at the end of the year, as Robert Covington gets the and 1 off the 3. Rule number 1 of playing defense, don't foul the jump shooter. Bad mistake there by Bol Bol. Horton-Tucker gets it to R.J. Hampton. Nice find, nice shot for Hampton. It was 8 points here in the first quarter. A lot of points so far, 36-31. As the Sonics are going to try to get Hampton off the screen. His 3 is no good, but again, don't foul the jump shooter. The rookie, Harry Bruce, with the mistake there. Hampton would go 2 for 3 from the line, so he now has 10 here in the first quarter. As Bruce's full-court shot is no good. A lot of offense so far. The St. Louis Spirits lead this one 36-33 as we hop into the second. Now a 1-point game. Russell Westbrook connects with the big fella, Dayo Embiid, who has Bitadze smothering him, and it just doesn't matter. Now it's 40-35. Kyril Story on the drive with the finish! Two-hand reverse slam from a rookie out of Clemson, Kyril Story, as it's now 44-41. Story has the basketball. Nice find for Buzz Wigginton, the 2 biggest future pieces of this organization continuing to build solid chemistry with each other. As there's Darius Bazley on the other end with the and 1. Again, I don't think Seattle has defended St. Louis poorly today. I just think St. Louis offense has been incredible. Oscar J. Basile tips the pass away from Hero and steals it. Oscar going to take it coast to coast himself for his first points of the day. High stepping back on defense as it's now a 2-point game. Now we're tied at 51. Jordan Poole tries to lob it up for Buzz. Well, they mistimed the pass. Here comes the Spirits on the fast break. Kuzma in the corner for the former Seattle Sonic, Josh Hart, who sinks the wide open 3. And the Spirits are now up by 3. Talen Horton-Tucker over to Buzz Wigginton, guarded by Robert Covington. Step back fadeaway here for Buzz is good. And although a lot of the attention has deservedly been put on Embiid, the other former #1 pick, Buzz Wigginton, has also been great. Nice putback dunk by Kuzma after the block as Seattle calls timeout. Look at this. The two young players the Lakers overvalued together, Kuzma and Horton Tucker. At least one of them's good at basketball, and it's not the one wearing the black jersey. As Ball makes the putback layup to put Seattle up. Seattle is now back down, 63-61. Ball going to go for the tie at the half. No good. So a lot of offense here in the first half. I think both teams are really playing well, and it's not about poor defense. It's about great offense. The two number 1 overall picks are dueling as Deo Emembenigba has 19 points. Buzz Wigginton has 18 points as we get to the third quarter. Here's Bubble Boy, gets it over to Russell Westbrook, who lobs it up for Deo, who puts Cam Reddish on a poster. This kid is not human. Deo Emembenigba is a physical specimen who cannot be stopped. No defense there on that possession as Cam Reddish gets called for the goaltend. Reddish has the classic stat line of zeros across the board. He's done literally nothing so far in this game other than get dunked on. As Kyril Story gets the 3 to rattle in. Story's had a nice game. He has 14 points as it's now 70-66. Hey, Reddish now is a stat. It's a rebound. Trying to get his first points of the day, and he does off the fadeaway over Tyler Hero, and it's now 70-68. Reddish for 3 and the lead. Killer Cam Reddish will put Seattle up by 1. And ever since getting dunked on, I've got to say, Cam Reddish has looked a lot better. Here's Emembenigba with the and 1. Rule number 1 in playing defense is don't foul the jump shooter. How many times do we have to go over this? Particularly Deo Emembenigba, because it doesn't matter if you play defense on him. The shot's just going to go in regardless. So now it's 73-71. Emembenigba has the lane wide open and dunks it home. With Ball in the game, I think Seattle's only way of stopping Deo is putting someone of his size on him, as he actually misses a shot. It's not really Goga Bitadze's fault that he can't match up with Deo. We just need someone of his size to actually cover him. So that means the other St. Louis players are going to have to get more involved as Tyler Hero hits the heavily contested corner 3. 78-73. Hero over to Dylan Brooks. Another heavily contested shot, and it falls. So even though Deo isn't really making as much of an impact, the rest of the guys are heaving up junk, and it's all falling. 81-77. The Sonics storming back as Taylor Horton Tucker hits the contested layup. Now it's 81-79. Seattle on the fast break. RJ Hampton for the lead. What time is it? It's halftime. The Spirits have completely floundered ever since taking Deo Emembenigba out of the game. So what does that mean? They immediately put him back in, and they're going to have him running the point. And to be honest, the funny part about this is I don't think this is a bad decision at all by St. Louis. He's been their offense today, as he finds Bruce Brown for 3, and the Spirits are right back up top. Deo can pass the ball. He's got a little mustard to his passes as Jordan Poole hits the 3 to put Seattle right back on top. Both teams are shooting the lights out of the basketball right now. Now 86-89. Deo crosses up Buzz. A great pass over to the fellow rookie, Harry Bruce, who hits the corner 3. And now we're tied at 89. St. Louis has it on the inbound. Deo Emembenigba, again, running the point. Guarded by Buzz Wigginton. A battle with the number 1 picks. And I love how Deo makes Buzz look small. Buzz is damn near 7 foot, and he looks like an average-sized person next to Emembenigba, which is just unbelievable. To end the third quarter, Harry Bruce has it, takes the heavily contested 3, no good. Nice defense by Hampton. This game is knotted up at 91. A very exciting contest so far as we enter the fourth. We'll see which side can prevail and get the W. Taylor Horton Tucker with the drive and the finish. One-handed slam for THT. He's done a little bit of everything today. He is 12-4-3 as Horton Tucker has it. Trying to get by the defender. He connects with Cam Reddish with the 3. And the Sonics up by 5 points. Horton Tucker has pretty much ran the offense in this fourth quarter, and it's worked so far as Seattle turns it over. St. Louis trying to tie it up, and they do just that. Dylan Brooks hits the corner 3. We are knotted up at 96. Brooks bringing it up, and he has too much room. That was a 2-on run right there. Cam Reddish had to play help defense on Tyler Hero, who was going to be open in the corner, but instead it was Dylan Brooks wide open for 3. The Spirits are on a 10-0 run right now as the Sonics have to get back on track, and hey, that's a good start. Oscar hits the contested 3 to bring it within 2. Now a 4-point game with just over 4 minutes to go. Here comes Kyril Story. Step back, splash! The rookie brings it within 1 off the step back 3. Now it's a 3-point game, 105-102. There's Kyril Story. Bricks the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in. High IQ play there from Kyril Story, and it's now 105 to 104. Seattle has a chance to take the lead on this possession as Talen Horton-Tucker at the rim. No good. Baton stays here for the rebound, gets the putback. Seattle up by 1 with about 3 minutes to go. The Spirits trying to take the lead back. Here comes Dylan Brooks. Nice move on Oscar. Brooks, heavily contested shot inside, no good. Phenomenal defensive possession there by Seattle. They let everybody cover. Nobody was wide open. And that possession was the complete opposite. Kyril Story got fooled by the pump fake. Nobody was down low to defend Bruce Brown, who makes the wide open layup. And the Spirits are now up top, 108-106. Bad pass there, and it's stolen away by Westbrook. Over to the rookie, Deo Emembanigba, who makes the layup to put the Spirits ahead by 4. 110-106. Oscar fadeaway, no good. Great defense by Russ. And the Spirits have a chance to maybe ice the game on this possession. Brooks inside hits the on-the-move jumper, and the Spirits lead this game by 6 points with under a minute to go. Here is Brooks, tightly guarded by Horton-Tucker. Inside, solid defense, doesn't matter. Dylan Brooks, who has been awesome in this fourth quarter, makes the shot, and now Seattle just needs to start heaving up stuff. Oscar, heavily contested 3, no good, rebounded by Emembanigba, and now it's time to play the foul game, and that's pretty much how this one would come to a close. The St. Louis Spirits win it, 120-110. I don't think we played poorly, to be honest. I just think St. Louis played out of their minds, particularly the number 1 overall draft pick, Deo Emembanigba, who we just could not cover whatsoever. I thought on offense, we were pretty solid. Kyril Story with 23 points on good shooting. Buzz Wigginton with 20 and 13, although he was pretty much non-existent after halftime with just 2 points after the halftime intermission. Hampton with 17. Horton-Tucker, I thought, was pretty solid. Jordan Poole as well, 5 of 6 shooting. Cam Reddish was not great, though. 2 of 9 from deep. As for the Spirits, this kid, he's legit. Part of 2K22 is if you're a half-decent shooter and you get an uncontested shot, it's going to go in. Every shot for him was uncontested because he's 7'3". So that's why I don't really think it was us just playing poor defense. I just think Deo's just that good. So we've got some fun games coming up. Christmas against the Knicks, a fun matchup against the Rockets, who we just made that big trade with. So I simulated one game against the Nets, and we beat them by 31 in Brooklyn. And keep in mind, they still have Durant, they still have Kyrie, they still have Harden, and they've added CJ McCollum, Miles Turner, and Derrick Rose. And we beat that team on the road by 31. Good looks! So next episode, I think we're going to play those 2 games against the Rockets and the Knicks. We're also going to do some simming. Let me know what you thought of the Talen Horton-Tucker, Davion Mitchell, Jakob Poeltl trade in the comments below. I think it's going to be a big win for us, especially if Horton-Tucker plays well this year. Maybe he'll earn a new contract extension. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.